My mama once said when I get to Nashville, son, you finally got it made. Old Hank made it here. We're all sure that you will, but I don't think Hank done it this way. No! I don't think Hank done it this way. Oh, yeah! All right, there we go. On your mark. Wait a minute. Hold up. Shit, where is it? Fuck, there it is. Whoa!
And now, here's a guy who got tired of being fired by corporate radio. So he took up being fired by Patreon subscribers instead. It's the Eric Zane Show podcast.
All right, thank you very much, Johnny. Woo! What's going on, folks? Welcome in. It is the 1st of June. It's Patreon. Like Zane, it's a little later than what we like. I mean, we like to hit the mark somewhat. I don't know why that always increases in volume there. Yeah, I know. 8-ish a.m. Eastern time on the start of the freebie. Anything goes on the Patreon. I got to get my shit together. I got to eat. I've got to make a cup of coffee. I have to research stories to talk about. Hang on. All right. I'm distracted because I got something in my mouth right now. I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you perverts are chuckling. But at the grocery store the other day, Diana says, "Oh, guys, I got to get some more peanuts. We love we just love eating peanuts. This whole keto thing, So she comes walking back, and because I was already checking out, and she's like, "Look, man, they're all out of regular peanuts, so I got these ones. It says that they're raw. I don't know if you're gonna want those. I think there's something. I don't know if I think you might have bought something that you don't want. And she thought it's fine. It just means they're natural. Well, aren't peanuts? I don't know. I'm not going to argue with you. We buy the damn peanuts. Just moments ago, we got into the bag of peanuts. And so we crack a few, and it's totally different texture. And I go, well, these haven't been cooked. And she goes, oh, that's just some people eat them that way. And I'm like, well, I don't know who, because they taste like shit. I mean, this is not good. And so then a minute passes, and I go, and something popped into my head that this may have been a big mistake. And I guess we're going to find out soon enough. So I flip over the bag, and it says, though we trust our products, if you eat these like right out of the shell without baking them, you run the risk of foodborne illness. So, yeah, that sucks. You have to actually buy the peanuts and like put them on a cookie pan and bake them. Why would anyone do that? I guess if they're out of the regular ones, perhaps in a pinch, like if you have to have peanuts. Otherwise, who is going to buy these things? It's just, so now I'm like waiting for the worms to come out of my eyes because I have some type of crazy, disturbing illness. As we go around here, we've got a number of people that are enjoying the live video stream. Thank you so much, Patriot Nick. I'm going to get to you. You are front and center on the Patreon today. There have been some people acting not on your behalf about the Zoom drunken debacle, Zoom drunken debacle that took place over the weekend. I have audio to go with that. Damn it. Shit, my mouth. No, I'm not like shit. Speaking of that, Megan says, I need an easy size poo to stay in the diet bet after this weekend. LOL. Oh, girls don't poop. What are you talking about? All right, kind of a lot of loose ends to take care of on the podcast. But I really want to get to introducing you to a Zaniac who I don't know if I've ever had the pleasure of speaking with. Some of you on Zaniacs United may have seen this. And I don't even know if this person's a Patreon member. If not, I'll make it available to the freebie crowd, and then he can enjoy it. But all I remember this weekend was I saw on Zaniacs United, actually Jason Schaefer pointed out to me, goes, "Hey, man, you might want to get this guy on the air. He's a fellow Zaniac, and he's in the news." Zaniac Matt, he, wow. It is a video that made the local newspaper in his neck of the woods. I'm not sure where he listens in the audience, but he, through reasons he'll describe, I'll let him explain it to you. He was in a bad car accident, and his car wound up like in a tree, like something you would see out of a movie where a tornado hits a town or a news story. And you see his car all torn to shit in this picture from the news with fire personnel all around it. And he's in the car. I'm not going to steal any more of his thunder. I'm going to invite him in right now. Thanks for the tip from Jason on this one. Get him in here right now. You know what? Let me shut this damn air conditioner off.
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Mr. Zaitunian. What's up, my brother? Oh my God, I love you, dude. I'm so excited. Sorry if I get a little starstruck.
No, that's okay. That's okay. This is going to be a thorough description of what happened to you, and you know, wondering if you're a cat and if you have 9 lives. After the story,
9 lives is an understatement. I can't believe that. Eric, can I swear?
Absolutely, Matt. Go ahead.
I'm fucking alive, dude. I am fucking alive, and holy shit, dude, I'm alive, man.
It sounds like you're energized despite having this horrible moment happen to you. How is that even possible?
Eric, so I suffer from depression and issues, and the fact that I have come out, dude, I'm about to tear up. I gotta settle down.
That's okay. That's okay.
Holy shit! I'm happy to be alive for like the first time in my life. Like, I'm really just like,
that is pretty stunning to think about. That something like this would have made you feel that way. Are you suggesting that this horrible incident may have pulled you out of a funk?
Yes, that is exactly what I am suggesting. Yes, this pulled me out of a funk.
So
not to say that I'm funk free.
No,
but I feel good, and I'm happy to be alive, and I'm just happy to be alive.
Matt, just for background's sake, where are you in the U.S. right now? I don't even know where you're from.
Right now, I'm in Waterbury, Connecticut. When I've contacted your show previously, I posted a link to it on your Facebook's.
Yeah.
Book. I was in Nantucket, Massachusetts, but I live in Waterbury, Connecticut right now. It's a dirty ghetto shit place, but that's where I'm at, and I love it. You know, like I'm doing what I can do, and I'm surviving.
It sounds like they got some terrific. It can't be all that bad because they've got some terrific personnel to save you during that horrible incident when you were upside down practically in that tree. So,
I was upset, and just so you know, if you ever want some good crack, come to Waterbury. But I do not smoke crack, and I will like to clarify that very clearly.
Yeah.
But Eric, I blasted through a fire hydrant, a telephone pole, and I flipped my ass up into a tree. And I just want to say one thing is that seatbelts do save lives. Like, seatbelts save lives. They really do. I can attribute my life right now to the fact that I wore a seatbelt.
Matt, take us through it. I mean, was it you indicated a series of bad decisions were being made that led you to this predicament?
Yes. So I was laid off from work. I was a car salesman, making decent money, but the demons have always been inside me, and You know what? That night I did drink somewhat excessively, and I also took drugs somewhat excessively. I know that this is a family show, but I'm just going to be raw and real with you.
It's not a family show. You say whatever you want, Matt.
Eric, I drove like a fucking asshole, and I blasted myself up the ass into the top side of a tree.
Wow.
I banged through a fire hydrant. I flew through a telephone pole. I tumbled and somersaulted end over end, and I landed in the top of a pine tree.
What do you now? Do you remember every second of this, Matt? Or
No, sir. So I lost a little bit of memory beforehand.
Yeah.
I remember so I was trying to make jokes with the firefighters. I always try to make jokes. That's the way I deal with things. But when the firefighters were cutting the car open, I was saying, listen, guys, I would have had me out in 10 minutes. It took them an hour to cut me out of the car.
Yeah. Well,
so what I was doing was bombing down the road. I took a turn. I claim to have seen an animal. That's not true. But you know what? I swerved. I blew off the road, and I remember just smashing into stuff and then being cut out of my car. Like it was really an eye opener and some really serious shit that I just.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you're obviously going to be in some trouble, and I'm sure you're willing to go down that road and deal with that. And that is something
Yes,
that
sir.
you do have to pick up those pieces. Thank the good Lord you didn't kill yourself or anyone else or hurt anybody. That's
nobody else got hurt, and I had no passengers. I'm kind of a loner. I drive around by myself a lot, and I'm known to go and hang out in the parking lot and drink some brews and smoke some bud. But I fucked up, man.
Yeah, I get it, and no judging from me or anybody in this crowd. I mean, we're all.
And I don't see that anyway.
No. And now, how old are you, Matt?
I'm 37 years old. My birthday was May 31st of yesterday, so I'm 37 years old.
Well, happy birthday. I'm sorry that it's a bit funky. Maybe it'll all tie together that you can look back on these moments going forward. So you're just a handful of days into sobriety, right?
Eric, I'm drunk.
Right now?
Yes.
Oh, so you're not sober.
But no, I'm not. But I did have a few weeks sober. I realized things, but you know what? Hey, I've got to say, and this is the best place to say it anywhere than in any situation. I have issues, and I am drunk right now. I grabbed a few nips this morning. I know this is some real shit coming through, but I'm a real person, and I don't beat around the bush.
No, I get it. I understand. I know exactly what you're dealing with here.
Your sobriety, the fact that you've been sober since you were 20 something years old. You were like 21 or what?
I was 25.
You were 25 years old.
Yep.
Okay. And I am seeking sobriety. I really am. I've with my accident, I've been in touch with a counselor, and I'm trying to work things out, but things just don't work so fast.
Well, you're not trying yet. You haven't really tried yet. I mean, if you're drunk right now, you haven't really tried anything as of right now.
Eric, I would never argue with you.
Well, no, I mean, it's just. I mean, you can't say you're trying just because you made a phone call. But I'll get to that in a second. What about loved ones? Who's all in your life? Husband, wife, mom, dad. What's going on? Kids?
We don't want to get into my Russian wife that I married just to get her into the country. I do not. That's another story. I don't have kids. Right. I've been staying at my mom's house.
Okay, so you got mom, and mom's worried sick about you, and she's so that's no doubt a dynamic that is part of this too.
Yes, she's been great. I have a wonderful Turkish roommate who helps. He's a sobriety coach in a sense, and I'm just a wreck who lives in his house. But hey, man, you know what? I'm trying. I'm not doing well with my trying.
Okay.
But I'm trying, man. I'm trying, and I lived through that.
You know, Matt, this is madness. You realize?
Yes.
So you haven't quite hit a rock bottom yet. And that's hard to believe considering what you just went through, right?
Well, Eric, let me tell you this. I was a heroin addict when I'm 37 years old. I was a heroin addict at the age of 16. So I believe I have hit my rock bottom. But you know what? My rock bottom does not bottom me out. It does not. When people say I hit my rock bottom, I wish I can feel that, because when I am at my bottom, it doesn't do it. It doesn't really. I'm sick, man.
Yeah, you are, and you need help. There's no question to that. So, I guess it is, and you know you have this issue. So that's part of the problem. Not that you know that you have the issue, but you've actually dealt with part of it. You said, "Hey, I am helpless, hopeless to substances." So. Now it's like, what typically, there's probably a long list of conversations that you and I should probably have privately that don't really, that I think that would be good. I think that you should actually. But
I will tell you this, even though that we probably have things to speak amongst each other privately, I'm definitely open to public conversation. I'm a very coherent person.
Yeah, I know it. But I think that you typically, I mean, had I known that you were under the influence right now, I wouldn't have called. So what I'm suggesting is that you and I should probably have a conversation or two privately. But again, this is something that has to be 100% your decision. I mean, it's like there is never before has it ever worked where someone says, well, this is what you need to do, and then the person does it, and then you hope that it works. It usually has to be a very personal thing that a person like you would have to go down that road and make those first steps. And I think I think that until you're really ready to fully go down that road, you might continue to go around in circles like this. Does that make any degree of sense?
You know what, Eric? It does make a degree of sense, because I have been spinning around in circles. I really want to try to better my life. I know this is not the type of show that you typically put out there.
Well, I say that this is the best type of show. And don't worry about that. I mean, that isn't a concern of what type of show it is. I'm only concerned about you, and so are all these people who are.
Eric, I just want to let you know that I'm good, and unfortunately, I've been living this lifestyle for about 20 years, and I'm still functioning. I get my bills paid, and I do things, which is the sick part of it, and that's why I fight strongly for people who are struggling. We've got a lot going on right now, and I really, I'm a white American, and there's not much love going out for people like me right now. But we are struggling too. I'm struggling, and I'm trying to do my best. And every now and then, the party life gets the best of me, and I just
Matt, you are all of what I'm hearing from you, because I noticed it. I had a hunch something was cooking when I read your post, because when I read your post about your car getting upside down and sideways, I was like, it almost seems like he's a little proud of it when I read it. And I thought, I diminished the thought. I thought, no, he's probably, but it turns out my hunch was right. You're kind of still in the throes of all of this turmoil, and by the things you say and the things I hear, you're going to continue to circle around in that. I hear you're making a lot of excuses for yourself, and please don't take any offense to this.
Not at all.
It's just what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you.
Not at all.
You're almost justifying the things that you're saying with, "Hey, I do this and I do a little of that. And I do a little of that." When at the end of the day, there is going to come a point when either one of two things is going to happen, and the quicker you wrap your mind around this, the quicker you can live. Or B, the other thing is you're going to die. So two things happen to people like you. They pull themselves out of it at some point, and that doesn't matter if you're at 37, 47, 57, 67. Doesn't matter how long you've been struggling with it. Doesn't matter how functional you are and how you're able to make money and still keep friends and still keep a family life. That doesn't matter. You're either going to let it go, or it's going to kill you. Now that's from that.
It's going to kill me, Eric. It's going to kill me.
We don't want that.
I believe that. You know what?
So,
I mean, I don't look up to you for no reason. Like I have a million different podcasts I could listen to. I live in Connecticut, but I listen to you. You're one of the truest, most genuine, and I really appreciate that.
I appreciate that too, and I want it to stay that way. So,
yes, sir.
Until occasionally people like who are struggling like you are able to pull out of that tailspin or that nosedive and somehow go down that road. But my job would be to try to reach out to you so that try to beat through your brain that you're not going to die and you don't want to die. And there's plenty of things to live for. So that's where, people, when you plug into a system, people constantly trying to talk you through these things and help you in hopes that one day, if it happens long enough and enough words are said, maybe one day you'll take a step. Like, for example, if you got done with this conversation with me today, and I said, you still there?
Yes, sir.
And I said, look, man, I don't want you to drink anymore today. Or I don't want you to drink. I want you to approach the rest of today. There's 12, there's 11 hours in the day today. I want you to spend the rest of each hour saying, I'm not going to drink for the next hour. And just get through an hour at a time and see where the day takes you. Now, I understand half the day is over, but that could lead to the next day. And
no, well,
you know what I mean?
Eric, I really do know what you mean, because what you say means a lot to me, because I don't have many people to look up to. And I followed you from FHW all the way to where you are now through YouTube and everything. And like I'm really inspired by what you have created.
Okay.
And
well, that's good. And I'm happy to hear that. So let's do that. And then when you complete the day today, you've gotten that done. And that's good, right? Or is that bad?
Absolutely. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Do you
like,
okay.
So Eric, I know this kind of took a turn for not where it's expected. But, I woke up this morning, was a little hungover. I had a couple of shots.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. And I don't want you to feel bad about that. I don't want you to feel bad about that. And I don't want you to feel bad about the subject matter of this discussion. That's not a concern of mine at all.
And I'm not hammered. But when I posted that picture and people telling me I'm lucky to be alive, like I'm trying to focus on the positive part of this. And, even if I had to, go to rehab or something, which I think, maybe in my future, but I'm so used to dealing with everything because this is the way I've always dealt with my life.
So what? That does not matter. It doesn't matter what you did. All that matters is what you're going to do. You keep looking back in this idea that, it's always been this way. So thus I must be able to predict the future. So this is how it's going to be. That's bullshit. No, nobody can do that. You'd be a millionaire if you really had the ability to do that. So you need to let go of that mindset about, this is the way it always is, because that's a huge anchor. So flush it. Let's not worry. Let's not talk about that anymore. No.
You know what, Eric? Eric, you're right. Because when I was a child, I used to do, and this is some real stuff. I used to do heroin and crack, which I've been clean of for about 15 years. And I've been using alcohol as a crutch.
Oh, yeah.
Because I said, hey, well, at least I'm not doing heroin and crack.
Yep. It happens all the time. You gave up one and picked up another. Yep.
I did. I really did. And I went wild and I just bashed myself into a tree and
all right. Yeah, I got it. You know what, Matt? And that's the thing. We're going to, my goal is to get you to start to believe in yourself because you have zero confidence. Yeah. You act like you do. I can hear you. You speak well and you have
you're right.
You have a charisma.
You're so right that it irritates me.
You have a charisma and you have a charm, but there's zero confidence because I know all you're doing is saying things that you've rehearsed a million times. So
you're so right that it irritates me.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. But I want you to understand that I'm not here to prove you wrong.
No. I really appreciate this.
I would rather.
This to go
yeah. So look, man. Are you?
What's up?
Are you serious? I mean, do you want to stop consuming substances, and do you want to actually live?
You know what, Eric? I don't know. I don't know. Like I have family and friends who I want to be around for.
Well, there you
and
go.
I love them.
There you go. Stop. Stop looking so inward about what you want. Look for a second. You just said it. Loved ones, people that love you, people that care about you, right? There's plenty of them, yes?
Yes.
I know that
absolutely.
all these people that are listening to this right now are dying to reach out to you and talk to you. I can promise you, I know them. I haven't addressed their comments, and I haven't even looked at them because I'm trying to focus on you because of the importance of this. But understand that there's a lot of people that are concerned about you and want you to be, a positive force for the remainder of your years. So, I think they definitely want you to live, and I think that you should understand that you are loved, and that's worth fighting for. It's worth living for.
That's the fight. That's a good fight, and I struggle at times very hard, but shit, I don't even know what to say, Eric. But I'm living. I'm alive. I'm not proud of my crash.
Fuck the crash. I don't give a shit about the crash. I don't give a shit about the crash. I don't give a shit about the moments leading up to this conversation. I don't care. What I care about, and what everybody who's paying attention to this cares about, is you today. Okay?
Yeah.
So why don't we keep this very simple? You focus on, you're not going to drink today, and you're going to do something productive. First of all, drink some water, eat some food, maybe get some rest. Don't think too much. You have my number, and I'll be talking to you a little later on because I'm going to check on you. I'm worried about you.
Well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that.
So today is just get through today, and then we'll go down the road. We'll worry about tomorrow, but today we're just going to try to, get through this, right? Doesn't that sound like a good idea?
Well, Eric, everything you ever says makes sense to me. That you're the reason. I follow you, but yes, what you're saying does make sense. I'm not a stupid person.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not. But you're having a problem, and we're gonna take care of it. So,
and you know what? My family is too naive to try to help me because they think that I'm like gifted and everything, so they can't really see the side of me that is, give or take, fucked up.
Yeah,
they don't see that.
Okay,
and well, to be like
that'll sort itself out. That'll sort itself out down the road.
I'm a little bit fucked up.
That's okay. That's okay, Matt. Okay.
Well, no, I appreciate it. And if you have any questions about that crash, long story short, I bombed through a fire hydrant, a telephone pole, and I landed in.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
But we learned a lot more about you, and now that you've stepped into this, it's important that we work together with you. So that is something I love to do, and I'm sure this whole crew that's enjoying this feels the same way. So.
This took a whole different turn.
That's okay. That's God. That's God. I'm telling you, this is God. Listen to me.
And you're Zane, man. This took a whole different turn than I expected. I expected a call and say, ha, I flew through a pole, I landed in a tree. But no, you're.
No, I appreciate your candor. I appreciate your honesty, and I'm gonna wrap this up. And then you and I will have some private conversations, okay? And when you're ready, we're just gonna work through this, okay? Not a problem at all.
Contact me you can contact me anytime. This is my phone. I'm extremely happy to hear from you. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but
that's okay.
Matt, what you're doing, I think is amazing. Like I kind of aspire to be like, what you do, like the fact that because I followed you from a long time in the past.
Sure, I get it. I appreciate that.
Now I'm like, man, I really do. I love listening to you,
Matt,
and you bring a lot of joy to me. But we can wrap it up.
Listen to me. Are you with your mother right now, or anyone?
I have people here.
Okay.
I'm not with my mother, but I do have at least somebody here in my home that, you know, he listened to the first half of this stuff too.
Yeah.
He's my landlord. My landlord listened to the first half.
Is like everybody drinking, or was it just
no,
you?
No,
okay.
no. It's just I'm the problem.
No. I just wanted. I'm trying to get a lay of the land for where you are, and you don't have.
Hey, Eric. The guy who Eric, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay. The guy I live with is a certified. He helps people who have addiction problems find jobs and everything like that. Like, I have the best support group that you can possibly think of. But I just go outside of the normal realm and, you know, but like literally my roommate's job is to help people who have addiction problems and get them in the workforce.
Yeah. That's a little bit down the road. We're still in step A. The key is right now your health and safety, considering what you just went through. The last thing we want is you to get the keys to another car. So is that you're not going to drive anywhere, right?
I really wish I did not drive here, but you know what? I was just driving. I just drove here, came here. Yeah, I'm gonna be driving, and it's sad, and I can't lie. Yeah, I'll be driving.
All right, Matt. I really hope that you don't. I really hope you don't make that decision. I hope you stay put and not drink.
But you know what, Eric? Let me tell you this. Since this whole conversation, which I was so excited and nervous for, turned out completely the opposite the way that I thought it would, because I was looking to have some happiness and hijinks, and right now I feel that this took a very negative turn.
No. I disagree. I disagree. It did not take a negative turn, because I'm trying to get through to you.
No, Eric, I'm saying on my side, I was really excited and smiling, and now you've got me thinking.
Good. And
you know what, Eric? I'll tell you this right now. I'm not going to drive. I'm sitting on a bed right now talking to my phone on speaker, and I will not drive. And you know what? For what it's worth, I promise you that. And you probably realize that I'm a man of my word. I'm a very honest person. I will not drive today. I will not drive today.
Well, this is where you reside. Where you're talking from right now is your residence?
Yes,
okay.
Correct. The only reason I'm like is because I have a dual residence. I'm either at my mother's house or the place I pay rent at.
I want you to stay there, and I don't want you to drink. And I'm going to call you every hour, okay?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, I don't mean to keep calling you sir. I sound a little fruity with that, but
that's all right. You can call me whatever you want. I'm going to call you. It's 1:10 right now, and I'm going to call you at 2.
All right.
Okay.
You know what, Eric? I'll take you up on that, and I really hope that this didn't downtrodden every bit of everyone.
Would you quit it? It's not. Don't worry about it, man. It says nothing. It doesn't matter. This is it's all good.
I wanted to talk about my cartwheels and my car flips, because it was a fantastic crash. There is no doubt.
Okay,
thank you. Now you sensed my little bit of pride in parking my car on the top of a pine tree.
Yes, it was good. But I don't want you to do that anymore, because you're going to kill somebody.
No. I'm not going to kill anybody or myself.
You will. I'm very worried about that. I am not convinced that you won't. You're not going to get a.
You were very right.
I'm not going to give you any leash on this, Matt.
Eric, I'm a fucked up soul.
That's okay. We all are. Don't.
You are.
You're not. You're not fucking special. You're not. You trust me. You are not
Eric,
special.
Eric, you're a fucking sweetheart, man. You really are. Like
I
know you're an asshole. I know you're an asshole.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm. That's what.
I know you're an asshole, but like I take the asshole to another level. Like
All right. Now listen, I'm going to hang up on you, because in 49 minutes, I'm going to call you again. All right. So just relax.
You know what? I'll put you to it, and I'll have my phone.
Don't drink any more booze, and just drink some water, and tell that Turk that you're talking to a fucking Armenian, and he'll be like, oh shit, it just got real.
Yeah. Oh, He'll know shit gets real. I listen, Eric. I listen.
All right. I'm going to cut
right.
you loose.
Hey,
I'll talk to you in a little while, okay?
Thank you for the phone call, and sorry for the well, no, I'm not sorry for anything. Thank you for the phone call.
That's quite all right, Matt. All right.
All right.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, bye-bye.
See ya. Wow. That's quite a thing. There hasn't been much that could knock me over with a feather, but during that whole conversation, I was like, am I getting in a little deep? And I was like, no, I think all we got to worry about here is keeping him alive at this point, because that's a guy who is in some real trauma right now. And he's, like I said, he's hurting bad. I can hear it in his voice. That's why he sounds like he sounds like a showman, but yeah, he needs some serious help. And I did not expect it to go that way. And damn it, I should have listened to that voice in my head, because when I saw the crash and when I saw it was almost cavalier in the in his descriptions of it, and I went, this is not the words used by someone who had something terrible happen at his own hands and is feeling like they need to change their life. That's the impression I got. And I didn't listen to it. And then when I saw the phone number there, I was like, oh, well, yeah, let's get him on. And then when I heard him speaking, I was like, oh, he's just, it wasn't until he said that he's actually intoxicated. I was like, this is much more involved than it appeared on the surface. So I guess instinct, I should have listened to it. But then again, if I had listened to the instinct, I wouldn't have called him. And if I hadn't have called him, well, then I wouldn't be calling him in 46 minutes. Now, I have a tendency to have these things happen to me. And I think, I don't know why, but I think this is very, very important. And I always have, I've never shied away from these things. I've never ducked. I've never put my head in the sand. I always want to, I mean, it's kind of like this whole 12-step thing. And when you're having the trouble that I had and when I was young, thank God for people who did that to me. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up here, folks. I'll talk to you very soon. I'll keep you posted, God willing. Thanks again for the support. We'll talk to you down the road.